But it's, you ask the right questions. You have that question framework, and you have this brilliant mind that is so creative and yet thinks in frameworks and patterns too at the same time. And so you're like creatively creating frameworks, patterns, and new ways of communicating things at the same time, which really, truthfully, I'm fangirling all over you right now, because I think that is the hottest skill around. And especially now when it's hard for people, because people aren't natural communication strategists. And
Right.
I think I'm pretty good. I think I'm pretty good at copy. I'm always thinking about, flipping the lens. What is it that people don't see that they need to think differently? But my mind has been blown since working with you on the whole bitch slap of truth. And so I want to make sure people are clear on what that BSOT is. So if you just describe that, and then how people can like get some support from your website or book a call with you, that would be fantastic.
Okay. Yeah. So, so a bitch slap of truth is a message that any expert is going to use, and it's going to be where you confront your audience with something they've never thought about before. You're going to confront them with the cost of something. So bitch slap of truth messaging is what we do at SuperTight. We help people create, if you think about someone like Simon Sinek, just because I mentioned him earlier, he was a business consultant until he came up with a bitch slap of truth called Start With Why, which developed a whole theory. And now he's not a business consultant anymore. He's Simon Sinek. Do you know what I mean? He's
in a class all by himself.
Correct. Okay. And I'm not saying I had anything to do with that. I'm just using him as a example, right? So the way you create this type of message, step one is you figure out who's going to be this most lucrative client for you. And you want to pick the tightest you can go, right? And I know that may not be easy psychologically, but let's just make sure that whoever it is, you're definitely choosing someone who has a budget. Let's start there. They've got a budget big enough to pay for you. Okay, who might that person be? And we figure out that. Next, that person, your target client, what is the myth, trend, or idea they're hearing from all your competitors right now? So right now, you listener, watcher, think about like all your competitors in your industry. What ideas is everyone talking about right now? Right. And any particular time, we know this, there's always trends, there's popular names, there's, oh, everyone has to care about blah, blah, blah now or whatever. Right. So what you want to do is think about what your target audience is hearing from everyone else who's kind of in your industry or competition at a particular time, right? Not what they were hearing 5 years ago, not 1 year ago, now. And then your bitch slap of truth is going to turn that shit on its head. It is going to challenge that very common assumption. So like, for instance, if Deb had the assumption that there are not very many more blue oceans, and I come back and I say there are blue oceans everywhere, if I could find a way to say that or use that phrase in a way that landed just immediately, and I could trademark and copyright that, now that becomes my bitch slap of truth.
Yeah, well, you kind of did that and say, there are blue notions everywhere in the quantum field. There are quantum. Yeah, I mean,
so I'm on my way to starting to formulate, and that's how you do it. And just 3 steps. You pick the person, you think about what this person is seeing everywhere else, and then you challenge that assumption. And this is all based, again, on your expertise, your mastery. What we're talking about, Deb, is taking things that are actually quite complex and turning them into a sound bite that confronts other people and opens up this really exciting place where people want to talk to you just because they want to learn more.
Yeah.